AEW, everybody.
How you guys doing? Happy Monday to you guys. Drive safely wherever you may be going or wherever you may be coming from. Either way, AEW is here and it's here to stay.
AEW video game, everybody. It just came out. It just got released. I don't know if you got it, Runner and Gunner. We both have our own copies of it.
And we got it on the Nintendo Switch, to be 100% with you. It's also on different platforms. Version. It's on several platforms, but we think the best version is on the Nintendo Switch. Why? Because you could carry it around anywhere you want. You got availability and access to it at all times.
And also, I was going to say the graphics.
Graphics are cool.
Just the graphics are better.
Yeah.
For the Nintendo Switch, the N Switch, as Runner and Gunner and I call it. The N Switch has the best overall graphics. It really does.
It does.
However, if you want that community, it is on the PlayStation Sony version of AEW. The AEW game, it just came out June 29th, something. We waited for like 2 years for this game.
We sure did. We've been waiting for a good wrestling, and this one, it probably takes the cake, I think. So, good. Yeah, it does. It all the hype was for, it was all meant, I mean, all the hype, as in takes the cake, I mean, all the hype that it was built up to, and then it just came out, and it did what it was supposed to do. It didn't disappoint me, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I thought it was worth the hype and worth the wait, and if you fork out $70, it's worth the money.
Yeah, and then if you fork out another $30 after that, for overall over $100 of characters, you still get the exact same game. However, next season, if you fork out another $30, you'll get another piece of the game. And in 4 seasons, after forking out $30 each time, you'll have a complete set of what this game's going to look like in a year.
So what we're talking
hopefully it's better.
1-on-1, 2-on-2 tag team, triple tag team, quadruple tag team, and Royal Rumble or Rumble Royale, however you want to say it.
And barbed wire.
Yeah, oh man, explosion barb, that one's cool too.
First one to do a barbed wire this way.
And the whole ring explodes. You guys got to check that one out. It's awesome. And it's very fun and it's very entertaining. It doesn't disappoint. Create your own characters, of course. You could create a whole team of your own guys and get out there and play other people's teams online. They're gonna have all kinds of different competitions going on out there in the online communities, and it's really blowing up. It's a big explosion and it's huge. So with all those things said, we want to compare them to some other games. And we're not only comparing them to regular games, we're comparing them to some classics. Gunner?
All right, everybody.
Compare them to.
We got some games that we're going to compare AEW to. And it ain't WWE 2K. And it ain't NBA 2K. And it ain't WWF No Mercy. No, this game is much more like, ladies, before I say this.
All right, don't get mad. Don't upset yourselves and don't wet your britches.
Disclaimer. We got to do a disclaimer.
All right.
Because this is going to irritate
the heck
out of
a lot of people.
This is going to irritate the Lenny out of you, Lennies.
Yeah, so just relax and
prepare yourself for this statement.
Don't feel overwhelmed about the statement that Gunner is about to lay down to you.
Don't start overthinking and shivering in your little Vans, your little flat shoes.
Yeah, don't shake your wheels. Don't honk your horns. Don't flip the birdie.
Don't swerve. Chill out. Or get stressed out.
Yeah. Just, whatever unstresses your stress, whatever stress relief you need to take, or precautions you need to do them.
Yeah, but we do got a statement, and that is the disclaimer. Statement is that AEW video game is much more like Street Fighter 6 than it is, and Mortal Kombat 11 than it is like WWE 2K.
There it is. All right. So now you guys can exhale. You guys can breathe again. Don't let it get to your head. Don't let your head explode, and maybe crack a
sip on a Monday morning.
It might make you feel better. Cheers, Gunner.
Cheers, Runner. We got ourselves some harsh fat boys here.
It's pretty crazy. It's kind of I told you, it's a little.
That is.
I don't know what this is actually called.
Perfume in a can.
Hazy IPA, but it has perfume in a can. It is like
kind of tasty though. Kind of tasty. Breathe out. It's IPA.
It's not bad. It's a little
big fatty. Actually, I'm sorry. That was fat.
Mexican big boy.
The Memoriam. In Memoriam. That's what it's called. In Memoriam Hazy IPA.
Oh, maybe it's meant for this guy.
Go ahead and search on your little clackety clickers, and you'll go ahead and see the picture of it.
Too. It's pretty good. It's
find
tasty.
it at your local liquor stores if you live in California.
Yeah,
we do. So the statement
Gunner approved
that I just said right now: Street Fighter 6 is It's Street Fighter 6. It's the exact same game.
It's the same as 5, 4, 3.
It's different than Street Fighter 3D, which came out for the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, that one was cool. Yeah, that was a good one.
Street Fighter Human, which also came out for the Sega Saturn.
I don't remember that one. How was that one?
Street Fighter the movie. That's what it's
called.
Oh,
the movie. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
which was pretty good.
When the movie came out, yeah, it was pretty. It was a flop, but
it was a big old flop. I thought the graphics were pretty awesome.
Yeah, the game is different than the actual movie. Don't watch it.
Yeah, it was like it wasn't scanned in people. It was like real, like movie scene people.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
And they didn't really have computer effects like they do now, so it was kind of a little.
The movie flopped, so the
cheesy.
game flopped.
Yeah,
you can play Gomez Adams in it. You can
that's
play
cool. I never knew that.
Gomez Adams.
That would have been cool.
Paul Rulia, something like that. Rujalia. Go to Gomez Adams, everybody. All right, I lost my tongue. Anyways, back to it. Street Fighter 6.
About Street Fighter 6 versus AEW.
I got a question for Runner.
MK11. What's the question?
What's a better game, Runner? Street Fighter 6 or Street Fighter 2?
Well,
audience,
I got to think a lot about this. Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 only because, I mean, it revolutionized the industry that we know about gaming as we speak right now. It's still revolutionizing the whole industry, pretty much. It was a game that just took things to a whole new level. Before
it just did.
This game, there wasn't anything like it ever, and there probably is never going to be anything. Well, there will be something to revolutionize and change the gaming industry in such a way that it didn't spark any controversies. It just did its job.
Yeah,
it did what it was meant to do. It helped Mortal Kombat come out for all you Mortal Kombat fans. It actually helped release Mortal Kombat. So
and it started in
arcades. Yeah.
I lost my tongue.
And me myself, I've invested so many quarters into this game that I would have to say Street Fighter 2. What about you, Gunner? Who would you pick? Street Fighter 6 or Street Fighter 2?
I'm gonna tell you straight up right now, since I got this fat boy beer sipping handy, that I would not ever play Street Fighter 6 again.
Oh, really?
But
you disappointed a lot of fans. but I'm not.
On a better note, I choose Street Fighter 2 because look when we went to the burger shop back in the day.
Oh yeah.
They didn't even got a burger shop no more. Go to In-N-Out, everybody. Imagine if In-N-Out had freaking, I don't know, Call of Duty 7.
Yeah.
Or whatever, the new Call of Duty. Before it even came out, it's already there.
Before the game
came out, it's in the arcade in In-N-Out. That's pretty much what it was like playing Street Fighter 2.
And a quarter now, it's probably like 50 cents now. 2 quarters now.
Yeah, or a buck,
Even a buck. People play
a whole round of Call of Duty.
A whole round, and if you win, what's cool about back in those days? If you win, you move on and on and on and on until you beat the game. Playing. Yeah, but now you keep investing more money. Like that's the worst part. So that was another thing that was very different.
There was lines. Remember, there was lines to play Street Fighter 2.
It was so big. There was lines, and you had to learn the moves on your own. Nobody taught you. You just had to, or some kids learned it, and then they just passed. And spread by the word.
It was always some 19-year-old who was just whooping everybody.
Yeah, whooping all the 13 and 12 and
9-year-olds,
all the kids, taking all their quarters.
Yep.
And every time he would win, he would get to keep his quarter, and everybody else had to keep throwing money in.
Yes, and
so
like you said,
so much money.
Revolutionized the whole gaming, everything.
Yeah, the whole.
Because there was games like it, but like the build up to this game were just very far in between each other. But if you think about it, they made each other. I think it was like. I don't know, like these other Street Fighter 1.
Yeah, that one wasn't that great, but
yeah, I forgot the other ones. We're not even talking about that.
Like Final Fight and stuff like that.
We're talking about that monumental movement.
Neo Geo had one, Samurai Warrior.
That's
Samurai
it.
Showdown.
Samurai Showdown.
Samurai Showdown was
They had some
like
crude
a replica
versions of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, that one had more blood. Yeah, it was slices, and it was dicing people up, and they would do more dangerous moves. They took more risks in that game, actually.
Street Fighter 2 had button combinations. Games don't even have button combinations.
Not anymore.
But Street Fighter 2 did.
Or back then they didn't.
They kind of still don't.
Back then they didn't, and now it's not as much.
Yeah, not as much. They need to bring that back. Even like hidden move. Imagine Tears of the Kingdom, like if you quarter circled and like Link had a firebomb or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Always, just quarter circle it though. Or did a breakdancing move, quarter circle, he breakdance.
Yeah. Stab to the neck, something crazy.
Yeah.
Some killer move or like had a kind of a whirlpool kind of thing where he just goes in a little circle and comes out of it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But they would have to number the time, so you could only do it twice every 40 seconds or whatever, something like that.
You could just keep doing it
nonstop. Yeah, nonstop. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be like
but
that.
If it was, yeah, but it depends how much damage it would
damage to your thumb.
Yeah. Damage, I know, really.
You can't do it no more.
Yeah,
and that's ultimately what would happen playing Street Fighter 2. And it came out for Sega Genesis.
Yes.
And you got these
Super
little
Nintendo
triangle boomerang controllers with 6 buttons.
You remember that? They invented a whole new controller just for that game itself.
Yeah.
And that was what was crazy. They had to invent, because the 3 buttons, it was A, B, C. And then
just
to switch them from kick to punch, you'd have to press start and switch it in between. And it was too hard. It was too difficult. And so it was kind of, if you wanted that game and to play it the right way, you had to get that new 6-button controller back in the early 90s from Sega Genesis.
Yeah, so you would get it, and then guess what, everybody? We played it. The world fell in love with it. Street Fighter 3 I eventually came out, but it
wasn't that great. Yeah,
and 4 and 5 and 6, and now there's 6.
So that's why we're talking about Street Fighter 6. 6 hasn't really changed so much since then.
Yeah.
We're saying it revolutionized in Street Fighter 2, but what has actually changed? I know you could say the graphics, you could say the moves, you could say all this stuff. Yes, but it maxed out. Yeah, it doesn't really...
Masked in
nothing
graphics,
changed.
Fogged in graphics.
Exactly.
To trick you.
Yeah,
that the programming sucks.
To trick, yep.
And then CGI
it's just laziness. We blame the developers for this. We blame the devs. The devs should have did something new, or at least try.
And last week we didn't blame you, but this week we do blame you.
Yeah, because they gotta take chances, to take risks and chances, and either you win or lose. I mean, why are you gonna keep it the same? Just keep the same line of people when you could bring in the same people and rake in a whole new audience by changing the game up. Making new moves and just fixing stuff.
It really doesn't even.
And it's not all about the graphics we're talking about. We're not talking about the graphics here.
I know.
We're talking about
anyone could pay Unreal to put graphics on their garbage game.
If you got the money and you want the graphics, that's not a problem.
Yeah,
that's
here. Unreal is $1,000. Put graphics on our game.
That's true.
Yes. Done.
And anybody could do it. Any game, it could be done by anybody for any game.
Yep. And
so if you got the money, though. If you got the money.
We're talking about programming. AEW it's 3D. Like the angles.
Yeah.
What's that called? The playing field is 3D.
Mm-hmm.
How come Street Fighter 6 isn't 3D? If it's a sequel, shouldn't it be different, better?
It should be.
It's like all these sequels are exactly the same now because they're playing it so safe. Like a virgin. That's what virgins do.
Yeah.
Is they play it so safe that they're 70 years old, never kissed a girl.
Nothing happened. Yeah, nothing happens and it stays the same. So pretty much what Gunner's saying is that since Street Fighter 2, they've been in pretty much the same position. But actually Street Fighter 2 is better. Why? We answered you guys. Once again, let me rewind and review.
Because it
revolutionized everything. So if you want to hear the whole explanation that we just told you about why Street Fighter 2 is better than Street Fighter 6 and all the games we mentioned in this show,
watch the show again.
Yeah, just press that rewind button and we're right there, running Gunner.
Watch the episode again.
So yeah, we got Mortal Kombat as well.
Mortal Kombat. Let's throw Mortal Kombat in the mix. Mortal Kombat also had a 3D game for the Nintendo 64.
They sure did.
And it was brilliant.
It was cool. That's the one where the weapons would be on the floor and you could pick them up. Remember? Yeah, I do. I like that game. You could pick them up and just boom, just toss. And you either jump over it or if you get whacked, hey, sorry.
Good.
But they would just leave random weapons. It was cool.
It was pretty good.
Like axes and you throw them.
They never made another one again.
See, that's something that sometimes that happens though. You make a really good game and it just people. I don't know why it failed. I really don't know. I guess maybe marketing, like you said, could be a marketing thing, and that's about all it could be.
So AEW the game is kind of like that Mortal Kombat 3D on the N64.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, you probably don't like AEW, probably because you don't know how to play it, and I get it. It's lacking so much, and it is more like SmackDown than it is No Mercy. It could be a little bit more like No Mercy, but the point is that the one-on-one fighting
that's cool
is two guys socking each other, hitting each other with weapons.
Yeah, they throw in tables and chairs. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool that they just throw them on the mat. Here you go.
Yep. And it's real quick, real action-packed.
Fast, yeah, it's quick.
It's not at all like WWE 2K.
It's not slow, it takes time.
Slow
and you gotta,
thoughtful.
Yeah. But this one just get down to it. Let's get down. Let's just fight.
Yeah.
Let's just fight. Like Mortal Kombat says fight, but that's what they get down to. It's
just
like
fight.
you're in your position. You're in your position, and then you just start hitting them, kicking them, grapple.
Yeah, they got blocks. Like you can block grapples.
Yeah, you could block reverse.
Punches. And the way to block grapples is different than the way to block punches.
Yeah.
And like you could grapple people.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Street Fighter.
Grappling is cool, and Street Fighter should actually throw some grapples. That would update.
Dope.
That would be the perfect update.
Grab him and
you know how much better Street Fighter 6 would do if you could just do grapples but
Yeah.
I'm talking manual grapples.
And
I'm not
pick up
talking
weapons.
not auto grapples where you just grab them and they do the move for you. I'm talking grapples where you have to put it in yourself. You grapple and then you put the code in. Boom, do a special move.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
You grapple and then put the button combination.
Yeah.
Boom.
That would be cool.
That'd be dope.
And they need to start using the background as well. Like AEW uses the background. Street Fighter 6 should use the background a little more.
They should
throw in some of that stuff.
Like Dead or Alive. Remember
throw
that
in
game?
bottles. Yeah.
Dead or Alive was
Dead
on
or
a
Alive.
3D platform.
Yep. Dead or Alive. So yeah, and Mortal Kombat is completely opposite from those because it's more about just killing, and it does have sort of a grappling thing, but it's kind of an automatic grapple too. Like they don't let you do what AEW does.
Goes into a CGI movie.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
CGI movie. But I will give them this: their fatalities are pretty dang awesome.
Their fatalities, yeah. Those CGI movies are
very brutal, very brutal, but very good.
Shoot, a little too brutal.
Yeah, pretty brutal for the kids.
Still, the graphics are like great.
Yeah, the graphics are
amazing. Graphics on that.
Oh, they have that slow motion hits, and you can see the neck. You can. It shows like a whole. Yeah. It shows the whole inside the body.
I play Mortal Kombat 11.
Crunch, yeah, and they show crunch moves breaking arms and
the guy's got
knives going through eyeballs. Yeah, saw in his head. I mean, pull the heart out and they'll show the beating heart.
They do, yeah.
Sheesh, it's pretty brutal, pretty graphic.
For Halloween, go ahead and watch it on YouTube. It is kind of fun.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing to do for Halloween.
It's a good Halloween gimmick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, everybody, we're gonna take a quick commercial break.
Yeah,
before we go,
we're kind of far behind.
We want to tell you that we're over here. We're getting a little sipped with these Fat Boy beers.
These Fat Boys.
We actually went over to West Covina and we had ourselves a burger and a beer. And a couple ladies tell us what they wanted to listen to the show. The first thing they said was Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6, yeah.
I guess that's the new hip game right now. I played it. It's good. I know we're talking trash about it, but it's good. I could
the graphics are amazing. I'll give it that. I'll give the graphics
whatever.
I'll give the graphics a 9.5 out of 10.
I'm not gonna say that because it's not true. It's Street Fighter. Boom. The same exact.
Can't go wrong.
Same exact thing with a little bit more graphics and CGI movies
and new characters, things like that. But I mean,
a lot of new characters.
Pretty much
a lot new characters.
Yeah. Uh-oh, the Fat Boys.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah. So they're telling us we got to go. So we'll be back right now, but we're gonna get back to the same subject, and we're gonna still kick some butt. We're gonna talk about everything and every game ever. Every wrestling game, every fighting game, every kicking butt game. But we will talk about that.
We're also going to talk about AEW versus Street Fighter 6 versus Mortal Kombat 11 in a triangle triple threat match.
So you guys better stay tuned because who's going to win this big triangle triple matchup? It's going to be amazing and it's going to be glorified. So you guys got to listen up to all this stuff and a whole lot more after these commercial breaks.
What's up, everybody? Do you like ladies in bikinis?
Yes, they do.
Well, do you like big titty ladies?
You know they do. He's Larry, and I'm Jerry, and here at Larry and Jerry's Car Wash, every Saturday, we got topless Jeeps.
Bring your Jeeps in for Topless Saturdays.
Topless Saturdays, pay less on the clothes, and less money.
Less. Yes!
Only $199.95.
Bring your Jeeps in for Topless Saturdays at Larry and Jerry.
Larry and Jerry.
60602, California, Venice Beach.
Larry and Jerry's, the best car wash in the industry.
What's up, everybody? It's the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast. And we're just here to say about a very important subject.
And it's a very important matter. A worldwide issue.
It's a worldwide issue, everybody.
Don't do drugs.
You know, little Bobby is going to go harass little Billy to smoking some drugs. Well, little Billy is going to have to tell him no.
No.
Because it's not cool.
It's not cool, bro.
It's not cool.
I don't like that.
It doesn't make you look cool. And pretty soon you got tattoos on your face and you're living in the gutter.
So,
don't do drugs, everybody. We need you to keep your cool. We're here, the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast, telling you specifically, don't do drugs.
Don't snort it.
Happy birthday, Ringo Starr, who just turned 83 a couple days ago on July 7th.
Yeah, so happy birthday, July 7th, just a couple days prior, and Ringo Starr is still drumming away, kicking butt all day. He says he feels like he's still in his mid-20s today.
Well, he did do a lot of drugs when he was in his mid-20s, so perhaps he does feel better now than he did then.
Yeah, he does. Oh, I'm sure he does, because he's sober now. He's been with the same woman since...
Barbara Bach?
What year was that? 1979, 1980, something like that?
Star.
Yeah, so see, he's cool, man. Ringo Starr, shout out to you, Mr. Starkey. Keep kicking butt and keep alive and strong and well and healthy. And, man, he's one of the greatest drummers of all time, too, and one of my favorite musicians.
My favorite drummer of all time, besides John Bonham, of course, and John Densmore.
Oh, yeah.
But, yes, he is my favorite drummer ever to be mentioned in life. You know why? Because he's just got the beat.
And the crazy thing is, he never liked playing solos. I think his whole Beatles career, he maybe played only one solo the whole time he was a Beatle. So he didn't really care for the spotlight, even though he could have did so many drum solos, as many as possible, as many as he wanted to, actually. But he didn't even like doing it because he was so giving and caring that he wanted his mates to have the spotlight. So Ringo did not care for the spotlight. He did it for the love of the game, and that's what it should be about. Happy birthday, Ringo Starr!
Yes, and he did it for his friend without him, Mr. John Lennon, who will give a shout out to John Lennon too.
John
Everybody
Lennon,
out
shout
there,
out to you.
If you listen to the Runner and Gunner show, you know that the Runner and Gunner love some John Lennon.
We love the Beatles.
Love the John Lennon songs, the solo career, Beautiful Boy, Jealous Man, song number 9.
Yeah.
Come on now. But Ringo, his best friend.
Told me the big days I could use.
They had a competition back in the day. Who could have more babies in 1 year?
It's like Ringo Starr.
Ringo won! But they both didn't perform nothing next to Sir James Paul McCartney.
James Paul?
Who outdone them twice-fold.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody. Happy birthday to Ringo.
Ringo, happy birthday, and shout out to the Beatles.
And Miss Bach, the star. We want to say that your husband is a very inspirational
and
musician.
An influential person
influential musician.
As well, he's influential as a personality and everything.
Influential and inspirational.
That he did for everybody. I mean, we like to thank you, Ringo, too.
Peace and love.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, peace.
When peace meets love.
And he says doing it 2 ways forward is good, but if you flip your hands backwards, it's a bad thing. Did you know about that? I seen him saying that if you do it this way, which is your fingers pointing front, it's good. But in England, if you do peace backwards with your hand side,
like Tupac,
that means something bad. Yeah, don't do that.
California.
Just don't do that. It's pretty much like putting your index finger.
Look what I'm doing.
But if the finger next to your index finger,
like what does that look like?
Yeah, that doesn't look too nice.
But this,
yeah, that way it looks peaceful.
Looks like I know.
So peace on earth, Ringo. That's all he wants is peace and love and joy and happiness. And he's living it. He's living the life. Happy birthday, Ringo.
Happy birthday, Ringo, everybody out there. And happy birthday to his best friend, John Lennon, who has his birthday a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And
it's coming again soon.
Coming again soon. Right here in the cusp of birthdays from the Beatles.
Yeah, so here we go.
We want to get back into it.
The final, what were we talking about?
Street Fighter 6.
The trifecta, the triangle, the 3.
And AEW, the games.
And Mortal Kombat.
There's only one thing we can do.
MK11.
We got to put him up into a triangle triple threat match.
Oh, here we go. Triple threat match. One time
Then throw
only.
Mortal Kombat 11 in there.
MK11
AEW
versus AEW
versus Street Fighter 6 versus Mortal Kombat 11. Any Lenny out there? We gave you the disclaimer. And don't try to say that they're different games because they're not.
They're one and the same.
WWE 2K and AEW are different games.
Yes, they are.
NBA 2K and WWE 2K are similar games.
They're pretty similar, yeah. You're
AEW right. And Street Fighter 6 are similar games.
Big time, yeah.
And so don't go giving us that, that YouTube speech where they're different games. They're exactly the same game from the exact same genre.
They are.
We're putting them up against We're putting them up
each other.
We're putting them up against each other.
They're gonna have a big
triple
death match. Here we go.
All
right, it's gonna be a tough one.
Hold on.
Because at first, of course, who would take the first punch? You wonder. Street Fighter 6. Why would they go first?
Because the graphics.
Because the graphics. They do have the number one graphics out of all the games. Mortal Kombat scenes are pretty good.
They're pretty good, but the gameplay graphics, Street Fighter 6 got
full gameplay. Graphics. But when it comes to story mode, I mean not story mode, but the cutscenes.
When it comes to Kombat all the way, so they take a blow, they hit back.
Mortal Kombat hits back. So one of the most important things, physics. When it comes to physics, it's pretty simple. And the way it is simple is because AEW wins. That's
AEW wins.
That's how simple it is.
Physics,
AEW wins.
AEW wins, everybody. Look, you can grab somebody, walk them around, throw them against the wall, and then kick their head into the wall, then pick them back up and do it again.
And slam them, or you can do,
Yep.
And it keeps
you can do it infinitely until the other person blocks it.
Yeah. And if he's so tired out and you got so much more energy than him, you could keep doing that infinitely if that's what you like doing.
Okay.
If you want to torture the guy, you could do it.
Franchise. Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter 6 take a blow. Sock each other because they both got amazing franchises.
Deeper. Yeah, they're way deeper. AEW is brand new.
AEW is brand new.
So franchise-wise, I'm taking Street Fighter because of what Street Fighter 2 did in the industry. Street Fighter.
I'm taking Street Fighter all day long for the franchise because of Street Fighter 2.
Even though Mortal Kombat is a close second. But AEW is brand new, so like we said,
and even though I love No Mercy.
Oh yeah.
AEW is not No Mercy.
It's not. It's a whole new. It's a whole different thing.
It's more like SmackDown Part 1 or SmackDown Part 2
or
SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. So everybody, the winner goes to. And just because of overall gameplay greatness, AEW. Yes, everybody. AEW is the winner.
Crack to that, yeah.
So crack to the loo.
Cheers to the loo.
Hey, whoa.
It's very
Shipyard Brewing Company.
This is very pumpkin-y. I'm
Smashing Pumpkins, the beer.
Man.
That's good.
Yeah, very bold. Bold taste.
It took a second to wash down the Fat Boy.
Yeah, the Fat Boy's gone, but this tastes like very cinnamony, right? Like very pumpkin-y.
It tastes like crust. A piece of pumpkin pie.
It tastes like crust. It does taste good. Have you ever?
I remember we had this
a piece of pumpkin
years ago.
Yeah, it was good. It was good then. It's great now.
All right, everybody, we gotta go. Go ahead and take yourself a sip. Drink it up. We know it's Monday morning. It's probably coffee. It's probably water. Maybe some orange juice. But we're drinking alcohol.
It might be Irish whiskey.
For you. So that you don't have to.
You don't have to do it.
On a Monday morning. Yeah, you go to work sober.
If you got to drive, if you got to do your thing.
Don't smoke before you go to work. You wanna get promotions, right? Don't drink before you go to work. You want to hook up with the ladies, right?
Yep, they do.
And the ladies, they want to get
They do want to get with you.
Attractive man.
They want to get with you, yep. And it's not even about the most attractiveness. It's about the attitude, about treating her properly. It's about being cool as well.
Yep.
So, and attractiveness. So just clean yourself up, look nice, smell good, do all those things, and you will be all right.
Don't be that 40-year-old who's going to watch the Spider-Man cartoon by himself.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
Take your lady out to go watch it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be watching cartoons with your lady. She might think you're a joke. and hook up with your best friend. So you want to avoid watching cartoons altogether.
The only way you could do that is if you have your family and your kids want to see it. That's a whole different issue. Then fine, go do it.
Or if your girlfriend's
has kids as well,
big old nerd, but she's sexy and got a sexy body. I thought you were going
to say something else. Was big
and a
old
pretty face.
I was thinking about a different area, but yeah, nerd as well. Yeah, if she likes
in that case
kind of nerdy stuff.
She's made for you nerds.
Yeah.
So how about you stop whacking and go and get her.
Now.
Do
it now.
That was a command.
Do it. Improve yourself. Just improve yourselves and be great, be merry. Whatever keeps you happy, keep doing it as long as it's not whacking. And just do things that are positive. Do something positive for someone else. Do something positive for yourself. Whatever it takes to have a great Monday and make yourself greater.
And for that matter, runner, how about you tell them how to meet a stranger off the street who they're passing by?
Well, if the stranger is a female, of course it has to be. So all you got to do is, first of all, give her the good initial eye-to-eye contact. Make sure she's making contact, because she is not making contact. Then don't even say hello to her or nothing. So the first, of course, initial thing you want to do is say hello and then say, oh, how are you? Yes, eye contact number one. Hello. How are you doing? And then you could get down to what's your name. Of course, get that name. Do not forget the name. Keep that name glued to your head, because towards the end of the conversation, it's going to be very relevant. You're going to need that name. Do not forget it, because if you screw it up, that could erase any chance you could of getting her phone number or advancing further in this friendship/relationship.
Remember the name.
Number one, yeah. And then remember, don't be nervous. Don't say you're
gonna
nervous.
Be nervous.
Just chill. Yeah, you're gonna be nervous, but don't act nervous. Just act like everything's calm. Everything is cool, like the sea breeze, like the breeze of the wind of the ocean. It's hitting your face.
Armpits are sweating.
Yeah,
breathing is weird.
Yeah, everything's weird. If you must wiggle something, wiggle your toes so she can't see. Wiggle something she can't see. And don't be gross, but wiggle something she can't see. And then just try and throw in a joke. Show her you're humorous. Just say just give her a couple good things and one bad thing. You have pretty hair. You have nice eyes. I don't like that color makeup on you, but you could look better in something other color. And
genius.
And then proceed with the conversation. Get the number, which you will. If you follow those steps, you will. And don't rush it. If she feels rushed, she will run away. So don't rush anything. Take your time. Get the number, like I said. Then after, you could proceed further on. Don't call her right away, because then you'll seem desperate. But give it a day or two.
Don't be desperate. Stop whacking.
And first of all, some girls like to call and some girls like to text. Figure out. That's on you to figure that part out. Because some girls are text girls only and some girls are more verbal. So it depends which one she is. And you got to figure that out on your own.
And you want to lean yourself
because if she doesn't,
towards video calling.
If she doesn't text you back too much, back and forth, then she's a call girl. So then you got to say, hey, can I call you sometime? She'll be like, yeah. And then you could talk. Some girls prefer verbal. And some girls are a little more shy and they prefer text. So then you text as much as possible, whatever. And just get it all down. And then she'll come around. Get it all down.
Next week, we'll teach you how to close the deal. But this week, we're just teaching you how to introduce yourself and talk to a lady who you don't know out in public.
And get a possible date, possibly. If you play your cards right, you will get a date.
Rewind the show, watch it again.
Listen to it again.
If you need those instructions, make sure to have a pen handy with you.
Write it down if you need it. Yeah, I didn't write anything. I didn't write no notes or nothing. This is just straight off the top. This is straight from what we know.
Well, you're not
what we went through and what we grew up doing. Yeah, I grew up doing this stuff. I mean, this is like a dictionary to me. This is easy to me. Don't need the text. Anyways.
All right, everybody. We're going to tell you some video games that were made in America. Or take place in America. Video games that take place in America. Red Dead
RDR.
Takes place in Texas.
1 and 2.
Texas. 1 and 2.
Texas
and Mexico.
Mexico, viva
all right.
Texas.
Cruising
USA.
The USA.
And yeah, they have the USA version, which goes all around the USA from New York, San Francisco, everywhere.
Yeah.
Missouri, Mississippi River, I don't know, Mississippi Mud, all that stuff.
Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
Which takes place in USA.
Ask Gayu. Ask Ken. USA, baby.
Ninja Gaiden Part 2 for the Xbox. Takes place in New York.
USA. New York. The Big Empire State. The Big Apple, as they call it.
The Big Tittied Apple.
Oh, yeah, the Big Apple. Take a bite out of crime. And so...
Yes, everybody. We want to just thank you for listening to the Runner and Gunner podcast. We're actually called the Runner and
Gunner Show.
The Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast. Yes, it's a mouthful, I know.
Podcast. RNG Video Game Podcast.
Ladies out there, next week we're going to be talking about the best place to get the deals on the internet next week.
Yeah, ladies, check it out.
Hey, Christmas is right around the corner if you think about it.
It is. It's coming. I mean, you might as well start shopping now because once you wait to the end, women, I mean, it gets pretty hectic out there and people start pulling hair and throwing punches. So you better grab your gifts now if you can.
The new apps and the new websites and the new web pages.
Yeah.
You could just about get your materials and every product that you need.
Seriously, they got Lamazon and GJ.
Practically from your neighbors.
All kinds of stuff, all kinds of sites you can go to.
Trust the Runner and Gunner when we say that your neighbor is probably selling what you want for a lot cheaper than old Walmart is.
They for sure are. And you could get it brand new still in box from
Definitely
your neighbors.
Better than Target.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool because once something's bought like that with no receipt, it's discounted. And as long as it's sealed, it's pretty much brand new. So just get it.
And if you meet the right buyer, then it might be sealed with a kiss.
There you go. See? Gunner's telling the truth right there. And there's another way of meeting them. Use the rules that we explained earlier when you're buying those gifts, and you will succeed.
Everybody out there, I hate to do this, but we got to go.
I know, it's already time. They've been telling us for about 4 minutes, but we went a little bit over. But it's okay. We just had to give you guys a little bit more.
We just love you.
Yeah, we love you guys out there. Yeah,
I know we call you Lennies and we call you idiots. Oh, we gotta go.
All right.
It is time to go, everybody.
Okay, we're way over. We don't have to pay.
Are giving
They're
us
saying
that
if we go
symbol.
any further that we got to pay money, so we don't have to pay more money than we already have to when we go over. So we got to go.
Paying money, we got to say a quick message to our sponsors, which are brought to you by Nikes, the shoe that is great for your back
and it makes you float.
And it gets you all the ladies. The ladies love Nikes. Ladies actually love men who wear Nikes only. Ladies love to wear high heels.
If you want to get laid, wear Nike.
Great legs.
Yeah.
Also brought to you by Cheerios.
Hey, Cheerio.
Hey, yo.
Good day, mate. Cheerio.
Are you chubby? Well, how about you eat some Cheerios?
Cheerio.
And
good day. Have a good old day. And a
Those multi-grains will suck the chubby out of you, and you could just
like a vacuum
decompose it out a little later. All right, everybody.
And don't forget Tide. Oh, sorry. Tide.
Oh, don't forget Tide.
Keep your clothes clean and stay clean for the girls because they love you nice and clean. Tide.
Unless you got chorro stains. Then you need a lot
from
more
too many
Tide.
Cheerios. Yeah, if you eat a lot of Cheerios, get a lot of Tide.
Don't
Tide
eat
pods
too many
as well.
Cheerios. Well, Cheerios are good. They'll make your lumps like haystacks.
All right,
we gotta go. But not before we get to our favorite part of the show
that everyone loves. You love. We love.
We love. Obama
Everybody.
Loves.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
We don't care, Bill Clinton. You
Bill
can love
Biden.
us too.
Bill
Bill Biden
and
Bill Biden Jr. Oh man!
All right, we gotta go. Everybody,
Billy Biden Joe.
Shout out to Chelsea Clinton. We gotta go, and we gotta go with the best part of the show.
Best part of the show.
We love to call the
Two-minute rundown.
Angels in
Two-minute
now.
rundown, everybody.
Trout is out. But not to worry, everybody, because Trout's hand will heal over a full season while he watches the Angels either go up or down. But don't worry, because Trout is still the best around in getting better. So
Caramba.
Dodgers Angels this past weekend. Did you watch the game? I watched the game, and I
watched it twice.
Hit so many home runs, but at the same time, Dodgers still swept. Yes, bring out the brooms, Los Angeles Dodger fans. We did sweep. And it's all because the Angels don't have their man Trout. But don't worry, like we said, Trout's hand will heal very quickly. The doctors have already confirmed. And
unless he has another baby.
Oh, man, too many. Since he's home, I mean, might as well.
Might as well.
So,
Trout, we got you.
Have fun making babies.
Have a good life.
Tennis is still going every day. Tennis is amazing. It's a U.S.
Tennis
sport.
is great.
We got track and field. And don't forget,
it's summer.
About the special, the Run On Gunner sponsored beer pong tournament.
Run On Gunner!
Come to you very soon, the Run On Gunner line.
Yes, everybody, it's the Runner and Gunner Beer Pong Tournament in Los Angeles, California. If you are there, go ahead and look us up on Instagram. You can find out how to enter this amazing competition. Winner gets a 6-pack of Lefes, the beer of the month. But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah, or we actually talked about that earlier. But we'll get a bit into that later, actually, because since it's the beer of the month, we're going to keep it going all month long and all month strong. Lefes and more Lefes. And don't forget, everybody.
Yes.
Zucker versus
Elon Musk in a fist fight.
So they're planning this out. We will see what happens. I don't know who's going to win, but it's going to be a good bout. Man, I want to be there. Runner and Gunner will be there, and we will interview the winner.
I got my money on the Zuck.
And I'm taking Musk.
But I'd much rather see the Zuck versus Gates and Gates' prime.
Oh, man, what an amazing bout that would have been.
Who can steal more ideas?
Who can grab more out of
everybody out there, Lenny's.
Lenny's.
You need to get some confidence. There's something happening, and you guys don't have any confidence.
Yeah, so you got to raise your confidence.
Stuff. TMW. Stop whacking, man.
Stop TMW. Do not whack, because it is not a bush. Unless you get inside that bush, then you will have that bush. Anyways, TMW is unhealthy. Everything else is going good, pre-4th of July. 4th of July was good, and we had hot dogs, and we had lemonade stands, and we had hamburgers, and there was so much fireworks lighting up the United States. Congratulations again,
yes,
USA.
Everybody. It was great. It was such a great week. It was a great show. You're going to have another great weekend ahead of you. This is going to be the greatest week ever so far until the week after that, which
and
will also
everybody
be better.
To drive safe, get home safe,
and
go
just
to work
continues
safe,
to get better.
Whatever time you're listening to this, we want you to know that if you can have a great Monday, then you can have a great life.
The Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast
is a free podcast.
The only free podcast.
Solid.
Runner and Gunner are not responsible for any injuries, postponements, or collateral that may occur during or post segments of our entirety of the show you are now or have been listening to. We would like to add any involvement with similar subjects in the show are completely coincidental and may or may not be facts. We would also like to thank you, Lenny's.